Sports. Today we are going to be talking about Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich have made a whole lot of transfers this particular summer. So we are going to be talking about who they brought in and who is likely to leave. And here with Nonso and John, we are going to be analyzing everything about Bayern Munich. First, their coach. They brought in a coach. Maybe they are looking like it's going to be the next Pep Guardiola. They are trying a young coach. They moved away from the experienced coaches. Now they are trying a young coach that has been doing well, probably from Burnley. Now he's moving to Bayern Munich. So what do you think about Kompany? Because Kompany is now their new coach. He is going to try and wrestle that league from Xavi Alonso's Leverkusen.
Well, it's tough to say now because they're still making signings. So the focus should be not the manager himself, because he did a great job at Anderlecht and he did a good job. He did a good job, not really a great job. He did a good job at Burnley. But now you look at what the lineup will be, so to see if he can perhaps rescue that trophy from from Leverkusen this time around. He likes to play a 4 midfield flat, a 4 defensive and 2 strikers up front. Now this is someone you need to look out for and say, what can he bring to the Bayern Munich side that could improve them from going forward in getting back their trophy and getting back that top spot that they always deserve. But I'm not sure for now. I'm not sure that they can this season get it right.
Oh, okay, John. He's talking about the formation and order. I think they are bringing him in because of his style of play. He likes to pass around. That's probably why they bring him. They can now sit down and decide the formation. Even if probably has his own formation in his mind, but depending on the players they are buying, for example, they are buying an Olise and all that, they have a whole lot of wingers. So probably might not really play 4 midfielder. He has to play with wingers. So now for him now to wrestle back this title, what do you think he should be doing exactly?
Okay, I think he's made a good start in the terms of, if you look at the caliber of players he's bringing in Palhinha, hopefully very soon, bringing in Olise, bringing in a couple of other players into the side that can help the side. For me, I've been watching them and I'm thinking that I think the crowning piece of all his signing will be bringing in a striker to assist Kane, because let's consider it, Muller is past his best and he needs to be moved on. Clinically,
in the striking department, I don't think they have a problem in the striking department.
They have a whole lot.
You may not think that they don't have any problem there, but they have a need for a striker in that department.
If Kane gets injured, they have a young player, Tels.
There's a Matthias Tels. There's a Choupo-Moting.
For crying out loud, I disagree with
There's
you.
There's a Choupo-Moting who can come in and score goals.
Choupo-Moting, Muller, exit door, straight up.
Okay, let's look about players they are bringing in. They are brought in Olise already. Then Palhinha is going to be, probably this week he's going to enter, and other signings. They bought an Ito from Stuttgart. They bought in Ito, a defender. Now, my question is that they have a whole lot of defenders. Who do you think that they will exist? Because, okay, the lead is now leaving. But who else? Because one person must leave. They can't have Eric Dyer, Ito, a whole lot of defenders.
Dyer has been given a 1-year contract and he's been signed permanently from Tottenham Hotspur, and he's given a 1 year to extend up to 2 years of contract at the Bayern Munich Stadium. Now you look at what they would do, because they need experience in the back line. They are no longer a top experienced player, and that's why they're looking to bring in a Jonathan Tah to help. For the past 4 or 5 years, they've been looking to bring in a Jonathan Tah. We don't know what the discussion has been so far. And this time around, they're going back to that same table to negotiate a contract with Jonathan Tah from Bayer Leverkusen. See if they could bring in his leadership skill back into the fold and see if they could get on to reset something. And I said this before, Kompany likes to play a 4-man flat defense, 4-man flat midfield. And with people facing the exit door now, talking about Matthias De Ligt and Alphonso Davies being monitored by Real Madrid with his situation, his contract situation at Bayern Munich. Real Madrid are monitoring it to see if he's going to enter the last year of his contract, or perhaps if they would sign him now for a cheap. And Bayern Munich are not willing to let go for anything less than £60 million because he's younger than what they want to do. So they are still looking at it as a Kylian Mbappe situation so far, if they could get him for a free next year. Now, these are the 2 players on the exit door. Players coming in, we have a like of players that Tuchel brought in.
Ito is here already.
Players that Tuchel brought in last year was Matthias Tel, who's a striker, a good striker if he plays. There's a Pavlovic in midfield. And I was thinking of the general lineup for Kompany in midfield. I'm seeing a Palhinha and Pavlovic, but the media is saying no. Most of the media outlets is saying no. It's a Palhinha Kimmich, which means they'll have to force Kimmich back into the midfield fold and bring in a Stanic in the right wing position, right full back position, and it's going to be tough for any player to adapt to this 4-man flat with Musiala coming in from the left and Olise from the right. Then only 2 people up front. Talking about maybe starting the front 2 of Kane and Chepomoti or Kane and Serge Gnabry.
I don't think. Do you think they're going to start 2 strikers? I don't think they're going to
That
start
is
2
what
strikers.
that is what Kompany plays.
That's what I'm saying. You know the problem about you being a young coach and coming, you don't tell them mostly what do they have their own style of play. You know, we talk about this Manchester United style, we talk about this Barcelona style. They always try to get a coach at least that can play a passing football. They will not bring in a Jose Mourinho to a Barcelona team because he play what we call an active football, whatever you want to call it. But I don't think that they are going to be playing 2 strikers, even though that's what the company used to play. But at Bayern Munich, they rarely play with 2 strikers except they are chasing a goal, John.
Yeah, like if you ask me, the standard formation they play is usually a 4-4-2, and then prior to that's talking about when what's his name now, the current manager of Barcelona was the Hansi Flick. They play a 4-2-3-1 formation with a 10 behind the striker and then Serge Gnabry and Sané on the wing. Okay, so for me, I think they would default back to that formation when the season starts. But if you have to play according to the way Kompany plays, then why not give Tel and Kane that start up front, and then you play a Sané Musiala on the wing, and you bring in Olise into as a sub, because let's not forget about the fact that this is still a team. You still need core players who can deliver for you, playing for you, and then new signings can ease their way into the side, if you ask me though. But then talking about bringing in Kimmich back into the side, Kimmich, what's his name now, Muller, Choupo-Moting, and a couple of other players there need to be moved on.
Wow, you have your own.
Wow. I disagree with you with Kimmich. Kimmich, come on, he's one of the best.
This summer we have a lot of clubs in for Kimmich, and he could leave.
You could be talking about money and loyalty, testing his loyalty, and making him move.
We have
for
a lot
big
of
deal.
offers. Then let's not forget now that Alphonso Davies too is another player that they should be keeping. For me, offer him a new deal, bumper pay, get him to sign a new deal, and then if Real Madrid want him, they should come and pay the money to get him. Enough of Madrid. Also, Madrid are kind of playing like an Arsenal side would when they were building a stadium. You don't want to buy players outright. You are looking for under the table deals of less. It doesn't make sense.
Arsenal are getting average players under the table deal. Madrid are getting top world class players under the table deal, which tells you that wait for his contract to run out. If he has a problem with the club, you can sign him in and give him a bumper pay instead of paying that heavy money to the club.
But while you're waiting for his contract to expire and you're doing all this, you have a lot of players in that position who are not doing well, whereby you could bring him in now.
There's no player in the Madrid left back position that's not doing well. Every player in Real Madrid is doing well. You can't tell me that.
I disagree because they are playing a centre half in that position
Mendy,
right now.
Centre half.
They are playing, what's his name?
Alaba.
In that position, it's
normal. It's normal.
Alaba,
and it's not the ideal position.
It's normal. He
so
plays from the left.
You bring in Davis and play him there.
Now you just drive me back with Madrid not playing a proper left back. I think there's a player they brought in from a Croatian defender, Man City brought in, and he's playing as a centre back. Ben White is playing as a centre back, and I said this on this same show the other day that Ben White is not a proper left back, and you also criticized.
He's a right back.
He's a right back. He's playing not in the left back.
You killed me on that show because now look at it. Ben White plays for Leeds United as a centre half and as a defensive midfielder, not as a right back. Kimmich can play as a right back, a centre half, and a defensive midfielder for you. He's a utility player for you. Why would you ship him out? Now, if he's going to be moving back into midfield, it means he needs to start tutoring Palhinha to handle the midfield very well, so he can go back to his natural position.
Palhinha is 29 years old.
It doesn't mean you're coming into the German side.
Kimmich is well into his 30s for crying out loud. Can he play 90 minutes? That's the question.
He can. Okay. He has now, always been playing that.
The striking position is the wing. The wings are where my interest is going to go now because they have a whole lot of players. They have Sané, Musiala, they brought in Olise, and they have
Chepomoti, Harry Kane
is a striker. I'm talking about the wingers.
Serge Gnabry, Musiala, you have Sane,
Well,
you have Choupo-Moting.
who do you think
There's
that
a
will
couple
start?
of
Striker
players
as well.
there. He's not a striker.
He's a
please,
striker.
for crying out loud.
You can play him as a striker.
He's
for
a
me.
striker. You can't tell me
He's not a striker,
if Harry Kane
please.
will not be played from because Harry Kane likes to drop into midfield and create chances. If Timothy can do the same thing, then you say he's not a striker. Come on.
I think
For Stoke, if you
Disagree.
see him from all the clubs he's gone through,
He's
Stoke
played as a
City,
striker.
he's played as a top 9.
So
a
who do you
top
think?
man.
Who do you think will be starting for Bayern Munich in the wings? Musiala, Sane, Gnabry, or Olise?
You see,
Who's your front
yeah.
two wingers?
Me and John had this debate earlier today about Sane's natural position. And I told him his natural position was from the left, or from the right, sorry. He cuts in from the right, he plays a shot at goal, he scores. He plays from the left, he's forced to cross in the ball. Both ways, he's forced to attack, create the chance and score for himself, or pass the ball. Either ways, he's good from either flanks. But John is believing that he's only better when he plays from the
So
left.
who
For me now, I think the front two is better. Front two, Harry Kane and Sane up front, while Musiala from the right
Disagree.
in
Oh,
midfield.
you want to play Sane as a supporting
See,
striker?
it's
I
a
totally
win-win for
disagree.
everybody.
Like, it's not a win-win.
I prefer to play Musiala behind the striker and play Sane as a winger.
Play Sane
For me.
as a winger. That's
You
just
play
the
him from
main
the
thing.
if you play Sane as a winger, it means Olise we have to go to the bench. Or
He
Olise
should
will
go and play on the 11. Yes.
Olise will drag position with Musiala
Olise should
behind
go
the
and
striker.
play on the left wing, Sane on the right wing,
He doesn't
Musiala
excel from the
beside the
left wing. He
striker.
excels from the right as well.
Who?
Olise excels from the right. You
And
need to
well,
be a
hard
pro-
luck. You are coming from
you
the
need to
lower
do-
team. You do not have any leverage in this team. You start where you start, basically.
This is a loyalty now.
You
This
start
is the
where
same
you
player.
start,
This is the same player
basically.
Man City almost went for.
Irrespective, for crying out loud.
Now, and you're telling me he's coming from a lower team when you know he has the talent to bench anybody from that position.
That doesn't mean he's slotting into the Bayern Munich starting 11 from the jump. It doesn't at all.
Okay, guys. Finally,
Irrespective.
do you think that all the signings that Bayern Munich have made, do you think they can wrestle this league back from Leverkusen?
Give or take 2 years.
So they are not going to even
Not
win
this season, man. Not this season.
I disagree.
Oh, John, what do you think?
I think they have it within them this season to wrestle that title from Leverkusen.
Remember, you're looking at the Leverkusen side that has not let any player go, and they're still looking to add more.
Irrespective.
They're still looking to add more in midfield.
Irrespective.
Grimaldo is a fantastic
all that was
player.
missing for Bayern Munich last term was that defense where they had issues in. And this man has come in, made a couple of signings in that defense that is going to fix it for them.
Defense,
So
they
they
have-
need to
defense, they have
just
issues in. The defense has Kim Min-jae, Delete, Upamecano, Eric Dyer last season. 4 of these players are top players from their clubs, and they came from Napoli and all of that, and they came into the what's it called, the Bayern Munich side, and they were fantastic until injury started playing a key part. And now Kimmich was forced because of injury, Goretzka through the season. Kimmich was forced to play a midfield pair with Goretzka. Now look at all of that factor, and you're saying this year you want the lead to go.
The lead will go.
It will go. Definitely, we are looking at the situation so far. If Man United are going to sign him permanently, but we don't know for now. Now, Man United are also looking at that signature so far. Now, Ito is here. He can play from the left wing position or left back position and can play as a centre half. Now, look at Ito and Upamecano. Fantastic pairing. But you know we will not be seeing this pairing anytime soon. We'll be seeing a pairing of maybe Upamecano and Eric Dyer.
Okay, what do you think? You are saying that
I'm saying 2 years. Maybe this season they will have to do.
I'm saying this season they have it in them to do it.
Okay, guys. Okay, that is how we are going to. They are disagreeing. We are going to be looking at what Bayern Munich is going to be looking for. This is just next month. August league starts. Let's see if Bayern Munich, with all their signing, if Kompany can do this magic and wrestle back this league back for Leverkusen. Remember, they are the team to beat next season because they lost only 1 game, and that was the Europa League finals. Now everybody is looking to beat them in the Bundesliga. Let's see if Bayern Munich will win them. See you next time.